Hi guys, welcome to the MedFitness seminar. I'm Richard Wolf, president of MedFitness. We are a strength training studio located in St. Charles, Illinois. If you want help getting stronger and healthier, visit medfitnessprogram.com. Our topic tonight is false training concepts. These are concepts that basically undermine your strength training lifestyle. So we're going to go through three false concepts. Number one is that everything you know about strength training is wrong. This actually isn't a concept, it's a marketing tagline used to promote false concepts. So what should we know about this? If we were to travel around the world and talk to 100 strength training experts, what we would see is very strong, consistent consensus on the things that matter most when it comes to strength training. So number one, should you strength train? Nobody is arguing against the inclusion of strength training. In fact, all exercise scientists will tell you this habit should be a permanent part of your exercise portfolio. So absolutely yes, strength training is an essential health habit we should include in our lifestyle. Number two, how should we train? Should we do full body workouts or just targeted body parts? Again, nobody is arguing for omitting major muscle groups here. So your strength workout should always be a full body workout that addresses all the major muscles versus just some of the major muscles. Number three, what should our intensity be? We should, of course, should work hard. We've known this for 40 to 50 years. In fact, I just wrote about this month in our monthly article entitled Failing Forward. We know that exercise intensity is likely to be the single most important factor influencing the benefits you get from your workout. So working hard is an absolute yes. What about using different types of equipment? You used to hear the question, what's better, free weights or machines, body weights or bands? Well, we now know that our muscles cannot discriminate against what they're working. All they know is that they have to generate force to contract. So it's not about what tool you use, it's about using those tools properly. So is it possible to get great results using machines? Of course it is. We do that here at MedFitness. Is it possible to get great results using dumbbells and barbells? Of course it is. You just have to use those tools appropriately, but everyone argues whatever tool you're using, use it appropriately to get the maximum benefits from that tool. And then lastly, do you want to train weekly or less often? Of course, there is complete consensus here. Nobody is out there saying, well, you should strength train once every 2 to 3 weeks or once a month. Everyone is agreed upon the fact that you should train on a weekly basis, include this in your normal daily or weekly lifestyle. So what have we said here? We've said that the experts agree on the things that really matter. There is no debate on those. There's no disagreement. What sometimes happens is exercise scientists, as well as fitness professionals, we get down in the weeds and we debate some of the small details. And that's normal for professionals to do that. Over time, that can lead to our recommendations just evolving a little bit. But when it comes to the central message of strength training, there is agreement on those things that matter. So what is our take-home message for this first false training concept? It's really simple, guys. Do not let these marketing taglines undermine your strength training lifestyle. Okay, number two, false concept number two. If you want to gain and improve your functional capacity, you should include some functional strength training exercises. In other words, you should perform specific tasks with weights, or what we might describe under load. Now, what should we know about this guy? This is really simple. Strength is general. The application of strength is specific. Let me say that again. That is so important. Strength is general. The application of strength is specific. So let me give you a great example to illustrate how this works. As you know, I'm training here at MedFitness. I train the same way you do. I have 2 full body workouts a week, and I'm working all the major muscles, engaged in movement patterns that align with the muscle and joint function, so we're not doing anything crazy here. But as is often the case, I will go load salt bags into the water softener in the basement. And so every 4 to 6 weeks, I'll take 10 heavy salt bags, 2 at a time, 80 pounds total. I'll walk through the garage, I'll go up some stairs, I'll go through the kitchen, I'll go down into the stairs into the basement, walk across the basement, load the salt up, lift it up into the salt container. I'll do all those things at 58 years old without breathing heavy, without breaking a sweat, without doing anything special, just lifting them up and moving them 80 pounds a crack. And so how is it that at my age I can do that easily without ever having done any functional training to prepare me for this home functional activity? Again, it circles back to what I just said. Strength is general, the application of strength is specific. I can do a full body, simple, straightforward strength workout in less than a half hour and then go use the strength that I've gained doing hundreds and hundreds, an unlimited number of activities. And so the mistake here is to feel that I've got to do quote unquote functional exercises to gain functional capacity. That is 110% wrong. It is a waste of time for the average adult to go do quote unquote functional movements. Just getting stronger makes you more functional. And as you've noticed, most Americans are not strength training, so they are getting weaker and they're losing muscle. And so those people are losing functional capacity, not because they're not doing functional activities. They actually are. They're living their lives. They're just getting weaker. So when you correct that, they gain muscle, they get stronger, their functional ability goes through the ceiling. So this is a simple one, guys. The take-home message is perform full body strength exercises that align with muscle and joint function to substantially improve your functional capacity. Number 3, and our last one here tonight, is that you should include sport-specific strength exercises if you want to get better at a specific sport. And so we would call this performing an activity under load with resistance or weights of some sort. So I'm going to use golfing as an example here, but before I do that, what should we know about this guy? Well, when you perform a skill, a sport-specific activity such as swinging a golf club with resistance, that activity transfers negatively to the skill. So it actually impairs your ability to perform that skill. You actually become less skilled. You become worse at that activity. So swinging a weighted golf club makes you a worse golfer. So let's understand the basics here. If I take a golf club that's just even a little bit heavier, even if it's a pound heavier than what I'm normally swinging, what's happening here is I'm immediately decreasing swing speed. Heavier golf club, I'm not going to be able to swing it as faster, so swing speed decreases. When speed decreases, we reduce force output power, because power is force times speed. So it's less speed means less power. Less power means the golf ball that you're hitting, the drive distance is going to be shorter. And this has been studied over and over again. Even though that club feels lighter when you go to grab it, using a heavier club basically detrains your muscles, and it leads to what we'd call neuromuscular confusion. Given that there's only a single motor pathway for any sports skill, anytime you modify the movement, the skill, with a heavier object of some sort, in this case a heavier golf club, you basically confuse the motor system and you lead to this whole detraining negative transfer effect, which means you get worse at the skill that you're trying to get better at. So weighted objects when it comes to sports are a waste of time. A good example would be a donut ring on a baseball bat. That's a waste of time. That does not increase bat speed. Riding a bike with big fat tires thinking it's going to transfer to a road bike and make you faster is a complete waste of time. Running with a vest that has weight in it because you're trying to become a faster runner only makes you slower. So this whole arena of sport-specific strength training is just a lack of understanding motor learning theory. And so many trainers, many consumers out there, adults, have no idea what they're talking about when they're dealing with motor learning theory. And so the take-home message here is an important one, but let me recap that central point. When you take a sport activity add weight to it, and move more slowly through that activity, that transfers negatively, decreasing the skill of that activity. So again, not only is it not a good strength training movement, it reduces your ability at the skill that you're trying to get better at. So what's our take-home message on this? Again, perform a full body strength workout that is dissimilar to your sport. Now, what do I mean by this? If I'm a golfer and I'm going out on a golf course and I'm trying to improve, my performance on the golf course, I want my strength workout to be unrelated to that. So go do your normal strength workout. Again, activities that align with muscle and joint function like we do here at MEDFITNESS. Go do that. It should be dissimilar from golfing, and then get better by practicing your skill under the same circumstance that you'll compete or recreate, whatever it is for you. If you want to get better at running, golf, swimming, bicycling, whatever it is, you have to perform those activities exactly the way you would when you're performing or competing and or recreating. If you're just a recreational biker and you want to get faster, you can only get more skilled at that activity by biking under the circumstances that you normally bike. Do your strength workout here. Again, that's dissimilar. Don't try to put weights on the bike. Don't try to put fat tires on your bike. None of that works. Don't put a parachute behind you when you run. All of that leads to that negative transfer and skill reduction. And so the take-home message, again, perform a full body strength workout that is dissimilar to your skill, and then go practice your skill as you would normally play or perform competitively or recreationally. That's everything tonight, guys. Thank you for watching. If you need help, if you want help getting stronger and healthier, visit